Greetings folks, meet the 2021 Aorus 15G. This model is spec'd competitively at its MSRP of $1999 US. However, times are a bit crazy right now and I expect pricing and availability to fluctuate. In today's review, I'll discuss the specs, what has changed from last year's model, and how it performs so you can decide if it's right for you. This Aorus 15G is equipped with a Pantone certified Full HD 240Hz sharp IPS display at 100% standard RGB at 300 nits and 3 millisecond response time. Inside is the 10th gen 8-core i7, the RTX 3080, 32 gigabytes of memory, 1 terabyte of NVMe storage with an additional M.2 slot open, and the Wi-Fi 6. Its 99 watt-hour battery may get you through an 8-hour day for basic tasks with the display brightness around 40% and keyboard lighting disabled. Aggressive usage can lower this to just a few hours, but this is pretty typical per the hardware and battery size. In this breakdown of the previous 2020 model versus today's 2021 model, this 3080 solution is much cheaper. To cut costs, Gigabyte went with a sturdy plastic chassis, removed Thunderbolt 3, and the mechanical keyboard. Now the newest model did get a slight increase to the battery, but removed Windows Hello. Then to sweeten the deal here, however, the 30 series Aorus 15G gets a MUX switch. This forces the NVIDIA GPU to run directly connected to the display for maximum performance. This switch is located within the software or BIOS, and selecting the opposite will require a reboot to take effect. Now, I respect the consumer's pockets, and I also like smart business decisions. I think this year's Aorus 15G makes more sense to the consumer as Gigabyte's flagship portable gaming laptop that leaves room to justify the more expensive and more premium Aero chassis that features an aluminum build, Thunderbolt, and a broader display option. Now let's wrap our heads around the performance expectations as I reveal some basic benchmarks. The 80 watt RTX 3080 in this Aorus 15G is near the same performance as a 125 watt RTX 3070. Now wattage dictates more than performance. Higher wattage also means a hotter and louder laptop, two things this Aorus 15G can outshine when it comes to its competition. Starting with a worst case scenario, maximum fan speed, titles like Battlefield 5 multiplayer require a lot of CPU power. Often this i7 can pull around 70 watts, while the RTX 3080 will actually lower its wattage to 75 watts during this type of crazy software load. This helps maintain the highest performance without sacrificing smooth gameplay. Under most extreme gaming conditions, this Aorus 15G ran cooler than the competing laptops I have tested this year. Considering its form factor and hardware spec, that's impressive. Now this 3080 in the Aorus 15G can dynamically boost up to 105 watts, but this will only occur under extreme CPU limited situations. Now having this high tier hardware also means you can play titles with reduced frame rates and minimal fan acoustics without thermal throttling. Many of you have expressed to me that this is why you buy the higher tier laptops, so this is me honoring that discussion. It's definitely relevant, so thank you. When it comes to the usability, it feels just like Gigabyte's Aero 15. It has the same keyboard and glass Microsoft Precision trackpad. Next, on to port selection. On the left, we have an HDMI 2.1, a mini DisplayPort 1.4, a USB Type-A, the headphone mic combo port, and the RJ45 with the tab flipped up. On the right, we have two USB Type-A ports, one USB Type-C, an ultra high-speed 2 SD card reader, and the barrel power port fed by a 230 watt power supply. The webcam, its location and quality is the same as last year, as is the two 2-watt speakers with their Nahimic 3 audio. Idle fan acoustics unplugged were ideal when using quiet mode, and plugged in, I preferred to customize this with a fixed 25% fan speed to mitigate fluctuation. So there it was, short but sweet. I don't recall the last time I saw an 80 series laptop cut intelligent corners compared to its previous generation, while on top of adding something as awesome as the multiplexer switch. And it coming from Gigabyte, I'm shocked, I'm thrilled. This is a very nice laptop at the MSRP. With the biggest elephant in the room being, how do you get a hold of one for that, or how do you get a hold of one at all? These are very difficult and trying times for the manufacturers to get the hardware, piece it together, and sell it to the consumer. It is what it is. And what is it? This Aorus 15G, I think, is spectacular at its MSRP. All right, folks, that's going to do it. I'm Bob Waltrades, and I hope to see you in the next video.